Live from Crawford Studios,
CC and J Guy.
What's going on, my people?
What's up?
How's everybody doing today?
Good.
Excellent,
Special
excellent.
guest with us.
Yes,
today.
special guest. Got
Love
Mayor
it.
Corey from Matamoras.
Yeah.
Said the
Very
easy
cool.
way. Super simple. Yeah. Gonna have a good time. Sit here and BS
Just
a little bit.
BS a little bit.
Have some fun. So we're gonna laugh and joke and talk about anything and everything.
Yeah, so- Curious. I'm bringing up the bridge again, by the way.
This guy.
Oh,
Yes, let's jump in the bridge. I
I
thought we were
love
gonna
the
do
color
it.
of the
He
bridge.
loves this
Yeah,
bridge.
love bridge.
Okay, all right.
I love the
Yeah.
color of the bridge.
Okay.
It's what a bridge is supposed to look like.
Green.
So
Green.
now we can move on.
That's what we
Yeah, this guy.
Well, check that one off the
Well,
list.
let's not- well, you know what?
Done.
We did.
That's what I wanted
I'm
to
sure
know.
we're going to
Get out of the
confuse
way.
the shit out. We might as well
Yeah.
explain it now because
Yeah.
everybody listens.
That's
So
it,
what the
yeah.
hell's he
Yeah,
doing?
what the
We're talking
fuck?
about
So-
this happens Z.
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fucking funny as hell, man.
Yeah, I
Yo.
guess people just took issue with it, and I just made a joke out of
Yeah.
it. Supposed to be.
Yeah,
you know?
see,
They
what color's
fixed
a
it.
bridge
They made
supposed
it
to be?
like they sandblasted it, right? They cleaned all the rust. They cleaned. I'm assuming that's how they fixed it structurally and all that.
I mean, it's a bridge.
Seriously,
Does
word.
it get you from one side of the river to the other?
That's all
Yeah.
I care
I
about.
don't
Yeah.
care what color it is
Yeah.
when I'm
As
driving
long as
under
it doesn't fall,
Yeah,
stays
it's good
black.
to
I
go.
did notice one thing though. You guys got rid of the grates, or the grates coming back?
So we got rid of the grates, right? So we got rid of the grates because we kept having to replace them every few years. So
Okay.
now we're going to do a paved surface right across. The
Awesome.
other thing was because motorcyclists, all this like
Yeah.
wobbling the shit out of their bikes.
Right,
You know
right.
what I mean? Going
Right.
over, not a good condition.
Yeah.
If you ever go over when it's raining out, you
Yeah.
slide all over, fishtail all over.
Yeah.
the bikes.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
it doesn't grip.
Yeah, I've done that. Stuff.
No.
Yeah,
And it
no.
makes such a weird noise when
Yeah.
you're going over
But
that.
see, but that's like down in the city, bro. You got the Williamsburg
Yeah.
bridge that go down. But you feel the
Right. And then the
breeze of
tires
car.
kind of moving a little
Yeah,
bit.
you feel
But
that.
it's-
I mean, when I was a kid, like floating under the Great Bridge was great. You know, you see every car going over.
Right.
and beautiful. Now you don't get that. But what do
Yeah.
you do?
Mm.
You know, we have the tunes in the park. We bring in local bands and they play for the
That's
community in the park.
love that.
And we have some flea markets going on, some food truck vendors. Adult prom, I think, is coming
Right. That's
up,
right. I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
Oh,
I know.
okay.
Big
And it's going to be a
supporters.
certain venue. I mean, as far as type of dress, right? It's
Yeah, I think-
1930s.
So is this like a
No, you don't know.
fundraiser, or
I
is
can't
this
keep up with my wife. you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
is this just
We'll
like
find
a
out
fun
soon
thing,
enough.
or is it a fundraiser?
It's kind of a fun thing.
That's cool. Yeah,
I mean,
so like
Yeah, that's
Your
what I
hangout.
said. Like, living here my whole life and growing up here, like all these like little fun things, like my mom used to
Yeah.
do back in the day, and I was always like, "Why do you spend so much time on this?" But
Mhm.
like, you know, it's more than your family, right? It's
Right.
like that little ecosystem of the town,
yeah.
which is why like everybody's
That's
like, I want to
cool.
be a part of that.
Yeah.
right? Like I want to be in a small town. I want like my daughter rides bikes all over the place. I don't know, like she'll go down the street, no concerns,
Right,
Like
right.
Yep.
knows every neighbor's like, hey, did you know? Hey, did you know
Yep.
Lily's out here? Hey, did you know? You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
And I was like, something to be said for that.
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Small town,
absolutely.
Yes.
small town America's not dead. It's right here.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So what? So what's adult prom? Is that like so everybody dresses up in
I
in
think this year-
tuxedo
I
and
think
dress?
If I heard correctly, it's either the
Spike the punch,
1920s
you
or the
know?
1920s, I think, or something
1920s
like
theme. Okay.
that. Right, you know.
Oh,
with the
like Great
wingtip
Gatsby.
shoes.
Yeah,
Great
yeah,
Gatsby
like that.
party.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think. I
Okay.
could be wrong.
Yeah.
So I don't want to, but
I didn't
Well,
get the spark.
don't
notes
show up
from
in
my
the
wife.
Huh?
I get the spark notes from my wife.
Right. And when is that
Exactly.
one supposed to be? June?
I think so.
You right?
There's so many events. It's really great. There's so many things going on.
Right.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
hard to keep track of
Mhm.
what's going on. But
Well, you just did the Easter breakfast.
that was cool.
right. The
That
Easter Bunny was there.
That was cool. That was cool.
Yeah.
We did Easter breakfast.
It's always good.
We do a breakfast with Santa every year. We do a big Halloween.
Pancakes.
as you
Right.
said,
Yeah, that was
big
fun.
Halloween.
That was fun, too.
That
fun.
was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. So you had to clean up, but it was fun.
I have to say, growing up, that was something I feel like the town I was in did it, and other towns nearby did it. Is the pancakes with Santa? That's
Oh,
always,
yeah.
All right.
Santa-
Yeah.
That's something I always
Funny.
looked forward to as a kid.
Absolutely.
That's funny.
And that-
Easter was Coney Island. That was it for me.
What's that?
Easter back growing up and stuff. So like these guys had the small town or smaller, areas. They had this.
You
kind
and
of
I
thing.
lived in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I'm
so,
Brooklyn. So
yeah,
like,
so
yo,
my neighborhood was. See,
yeah.
I went down
Oh,
to
sorry.
OLPH.
Yeah, you see?
One of
No.
the
no, went to Coney Island.
Right.
out
Went
just
to my
you
friend's
know.
house because his parents.
Yeah.
Sorry for living in a small.
I'm just letting you know,
No,
bro. You missed
I
out,
know,
bro.
we're catching
missed
some
out.
hate across
Yeah,
the team.
yeah.
Oh no! It's nice. I live in a small town now, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
So-
definitely. Yeah. No, listen.
gosh.
I
John
think it's it.
Cougar.
Riding the bike. I mean, you used to ride bicycle to the
Anywhere.
other side of Brooklyn, anywhere you wanted to. So, I mean, I feel you what you're saying, that
Yeah,
the
it's the
kids
same
can
for
just
us
go
in a
and do
sense.
whatever. Yeah.
It was our
Definitely.
neighborhood. We knew it inside and out
Mhm.
the way your kids know it here. I think
Absolutely.
it's
Yeah.
just you know, and I had fun growing up in the city too.
Bro, we
I
had to
mean,
dodge the cars and the
yeah,
buses
you know,
and shit.
yeah, but still, we were the only generation that knew how to say car when you were playing
Right,
football
yeah,
or any game in the street.
yeah.
Right?
No,
Nobody
we
had to
used to
tell us
do
that.
that.
We
You know,
just
we
did
played-
that car, and then you got out of the way.
Well, we used to play hockey in the street where I grew up.
Oh,
Right,
no
And
kidding.
we-
Yeah, did you-
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. We used to play
Have to move
football,
the- move the
wiffle
thing.
ball, street
Yeah.
hockey.
That's a whole psychology about generations too, right?
Yeah.
Like
Right.
In the psych field, you know, your generation always thinks the next generation after you is like, look at those kids doing that.
Right. Of course.
Your
We do it
generation,
now.
Well,
they
no.
don't have the work ethic we did.
You know what's funny? I think I'm one of the few that thinks a little bit different
Okay.
because I'm always like, why aren't you doing
There
that
you
extra?
go.
You know what I mean? Like you're a bunch of fancies, not that.
No,
I'm just
no.
like,
Yeah.
yo,
Why aren't
go.
you doing it?
Shh, your mom's not looking. Go,
That's
hurry up.
exactly it.
That's what I do. I'm a
But
bad
I feel like
influence.
that's what that happens. Like it's like the Gen X people are like, oh, these fucking millennials, and the millennials like, fuck these Gen Z people. You know what I mean? And then Gen Z's are gonna be like Gen Alpha, fuck them. You know, like it's
Well,
gonna
sure,
happen every
but-
time.
but the truth is that if it depends on, like, you're close to
Yeah.
Gen X, right? So you're kind of like right in
I'm
the
in
cusp
what they
there.
call the Zennial,
Right.
which is the micro generation,
Right.
which is like between 1971 and 1985.
Right.
They consider like it's like because like I grew up.
Gen X parents.
I grew up. I had a Gen X childhood, but my adolescence was millennial.
Right.
Because that's
Mhm.
when of course the internet happened. We were doing AOL chat, yeah,
Right.
you know, like that. But like
AOL
growing up,
chat.
like growing up, I was like,
What
you
was
know,
your screen name in AOL?
Got mine.
Manson 1120.
Bro.
Because I was, you know, back then, late 90s, Marilyn Manson. I thought it was so cool.
I think mine was
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
mine was
man.
2000 man.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, whatever, trash tractor.
Yeah.
1120 means nothing, by the
I don't
way.
even
There's
know.
no date. It was just like a random
Well, what do you
number.
think it's from?
No,
It was a Stone song,
I don't even.
Oh, okay.
guess.
Right?
I thought I was so
Ace
cool. I was like,
Frehley did
Marilyn
the song
Manson,
over.
man. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's about the song about the future to man.
Right,
That's
Freaking
that's three I
funny.
got you
Yeah.
on now.
No, 'cause I don't know Kiss
No,
like
no,
that.
no,
I
yeah.
don't know Kiss
It's
like that,
Rolling
bro.
Stones too. Sorry,
Well,
you don't
I
get out on
know,
it.
yeah.
I'm sorry, bro.
No, yeah, I'll give you that. I'm in another place right now, man. I'm in a different head.
Alright.
I'm not focused. Sorry, sorry, man.
You
got
gotta
me.
get
Hello,
there. You
listen.
gotta get there. Gotta get there.
I think it's supposed to be like that. You know,
Yeah.
we get to a point now, we're getting older now. We look at, you know,
Yeah.
people who are younger than us and we're like,
Yeah, really?
yeah, we used to
Like,
be
that's-
that. We used to be the kid
Yeah,
running
right.
around doing all
Mhm.
that. And then when you look at really, like, we went to go see Tanya's mom at the
Right.
therapy place, you know,
Right.
physical therapy. And right here in I think it's Milford, I think, right? Considered the one right up over there. Anyway,
Delaware.
or Matamoras.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Delaware,
but
man.
they were, you know, you see the old people and you're thinking, these people were once young. They did
Right.
everything
Right.
that,
Yeah.
you know, that everybody's doing now. It's like, I'm trying, when I look at it, I'm like saying, you know, they weren't always like this all their life.
Yeah.
They had to get to this point.
Well, he teased it up to like the whole, YOLO kind of situation in the millennials, right? Like that whole thing came around. You only live once, right?
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And like social media expounded that
Mm-hmm.
for like our millennial, because I'm a millennial, right in the
Right.
middle, right?
Right.
It expounded that to say like, we're gonna be there one day, and like, what are we waiting for? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that was one thing I always took advantage of. I was like, I don't know, let's
Right.
do it. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
right.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no point of waiting, right?
Right,
Like,
yeah.
die tomorrow.
Some
Yeah,
of us live that
exactly.
way already without
That's-
getting to that point.
That's exactly it. Before you get there, like
Right.
have a life and look back and say, man, look at that
Mm.
life,
Right.
dude.
with,
you
no,
know?
with no regret. Right.
That's
Right.
exactly it, and that's what it's about, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Like I know, like for me, by the time I was 21, I had already been up and down the East Coast, Canada, Mexico on vacation. That now with my kids, I'm like, make it happen.
Yep.
Get the hell out,
Yeah,
go have
absolutely.
fun, go
Go,
travel and go see things, like my son, he travels to Tennessee. My daughter
Yeah.
goes to Tennessee. She does, all her trips. She goes and hangs out in Texas. And she just came back from Texas, actually, and she'll go on her trips and vacations and
Takes
hang
so
out. I'm
much-
like, that's the idea. Yeah, the youngest one was in freaking Colombia.
We kind of
chilling.
did the same thing. Though. At our time, it was more going away for the weekend or going
Right,
upstate
yeah.
or going skiing
Right,
and things
yeah.
like that.
Right,
We
right.
didn't really travel for. Once in a while, you did go on some crazy
Yeah,
trip,
yeah,
but it
yeah.
wasn't like it is now. You know?
But it's almost like too, like when you look at Matamoras, right? Like circling back and bringing it back to Matamoras, right? Where you are, I stayed here. I went away to college, blah blah blah. But then I didn't realize what we have here, right?
Right.
Like you're in the Pocono Mountains on the Delaware River.
Right.
Boston's 5 hours north. Washington D.C. is 5 hours south.
Mhm.
D.C. is a train ride away. Philadelphia is 2.5
And
hours
New
away.
York is
Right.
Like,
there.
And you're in the mountains, and you're not in a metropolitan area, and you're like, this is heaven.
Yeah,
Right.
I love it
Like,
here, man. It's
it's
great.
beautiful. You know,
Yeah.
what I
I have to say, coming down the highway here on
Yeah.
84, coming down just that whole scenic
Oh, it
Yeah.
opens up.
look,
That
just
is awesome.
driving down
Yeah.
the Greenville Mountain.
Yeah.
Right. It's
It
great,
is so
man.
amazing. And
Yeah.
then just like when you come out to the Matamoras exit, you just got like the mountain is just like a wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's so cool. It's
It
so
is.
cool looking.
It is.
I love
It
it.
is.
I love it.
Yeah. I can't lie. I miss the city though. I miss that city life. That's just where I've always been.
And the
that I'm
crazy
into.
part is above that mountain is still Matamoras, right?
Right.
That's
It-
still
it's
Matamoras.
Right.
Westfall Township, but Matamoras zip code. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Mm.
We're kind of split up a little bit.
Oh, it is. Okay.
yeah,
All right.
we're kind of split up a little
I do
bit.
too, Kenny, but when I get down there, I'm already looking forward to going back.
Really?
Yeah, because it's not the same as it was when we
Oh
were
yeah,
there.
no, definitely though.
So, yeah, it's nice to go back. You're in the city,
Yeah.
you know, you're hanging out. Even like Manhattan or whatever.
Right,
You
right.
love it for the time you're there. But
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, I want to go.
I just like the hustle
I-
and
I've
bustle.
done- I did it
enjoy
long enough. I don't
Listen,
have to
I'll
do
tell
it.
you
I
what.
do too.
When I left Brooklyn, when I moved out of Brooklyn, I was 20, gonna 21, and I have not slept a nifty, groovy, peaceful night since I left Brooklyn. Like I need to have that hectic. I still
You should
hear
go
that
to
in the
You
background.
should go to a hypnotist and just say, hey, from now on, when you fall asleep, you'll always be in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
I want to
imagine
go
it.
back. Is nifty? Is nifty an adjective?
It's a verb. It's actually a verb.
And groovy? Like what
Yeah,
is that?
groovy.
Yeah.
Okay, all right,
Nifty,
Austin.
groovy.
All right.
Yeah, baby.
That's awesome.
That's funny, bro. I didn't even think. I didn't even think about you. I was like, oh shit, I did say that.
That's you. But
Yeah, I
always do
know.
that.
No, but yeah, no, like I said, I haven't had that peaceful sleep since. Like me hearing, whatever animals walking in the
Yeah.
bushes
It's a
in the woods and
different
shit. I'm
world.
like,
It's
What's that?
funny though. I have a funny story about Matamoras actually.
Oh,
So, like that mountain is Westfall, you
That-
said?
on the top of the mountain is Westfall.
So like
Yeah.
I
Depending
guess
on what
my
you're
my
about to
friends
say.
yeah. So like my best
shit.
friend growing up when I was in like high school, post high school, because his aunt had a house there, and like we were like I don't know, we used to take like just random joy rides because
Yeah.
like you're cooped up. I grew up in Bergen County, right? So it was just like
Oh.
Bergen County, just like you're cooped up. We're like, oh, let's just go for these joy rides and like let's go drive up. And it was in the middle of a fucking snowstorm. I don't know what I was
dude.
thinking.
Oh,
and we're
my
like,
God.
so we drive up the
Well
mountain
said.
and we got stuck on going up the mountain. And I had at the time, this was in 2000. I had a 1988 Pontiac Grand Am. My grandfather's old
Jesus
car. It was a ham. That was my
Christmas.
first car I
It's
had.
gotta be
That's-
real
And
drive.
that's
it
the
was
part
his
about-
front wheel. But
Yeah.
so like I get
Up the
stuck on the
mountain.
mountain, and the plow trucks are trying to get around us. They can't get around us. We're stuck.
That's
like
up the
shoveling.
plow trucks, too?
They
That
couldn't
means-
get around us.
That means everybody on the mountain's pissed at you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
I'm going to find this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's here.
I remember.
Retroactively fine.
Yeah.
The guardrails are like in that area. They're just cables. They're not
Yeah.
really
Right, right.
guardrails. As
That's
I'm
just to give you
as
an
I'm trying to
optical
give the
illusion.
car, it's going more towards it. and, like,
Yeah, bro.
I had a girlfriend at the time. She's like panicking.
Oh, she was in there?
Yeah. She's
Yeah,
crying.
dude.
She's like, we're gonna.
That's funny, man.
And that was our first and last date.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we broke up when we got back home.
Yeah.
How soon
It's
after
over.
did you break up?
It still lasted a while.
Yeah,
It was
okay.
a pretty toxic relationship.
Yeah,
so,
okay.
You know,
Yeah,
we were
those
just,
seem to-
yeah,
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 they drive
bro.
us-
lasted longer than it
Exactly.
should have.
Yup.
But that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, he's going to
Yeah.
therapy for that.
But yeah,
shit.
no, I got stuck up on that mountain
But
in the
that's a-
snowstorm.
But that's the funny thing about like, especially Matamoras, right?
Yeah.
Is everybody moves over here from New Jersey, New York, and they're like,
yeah.
man, why don't they plow? Why don't they do this? But I really love your tax base.
Yeah,
keep,
yeah,
keep
yeah.
the low taxes, but I still want.
Yeah.
I
That's the
still want this.
correlation.
Yeah.
And you know what I say too, and like and whoever's listening, sorry, but like they're like, oh, what about the pothole in front of my house, and what about the snow plow? And I'm like, well, look at this. I was like, the snow filled in your pothole. Now you're good
Now
to
you're
go.
good
It's a
to go
flat
for a
ride,
while.
right?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, man.
Like,
Hell
Until the
yeah.
spring comes.
but that's
Yeah.
what I mean. But there's a give and take on all of this,
Right,
right?
right.
Of
That
course.
folks like on the end user level, right? Like don't understand, right? Like there's a budget set, and then like if you want, we could raise taxes 1,000,000%, and all your potholes are fixed. But then you're going to be right back to where you came from,
Right.
Yeah,
you know. And like
yeah.
there's something special about this.
Yeah.
Like get used to dodging that pothole on
Yeah.
Fifth
Right.
Street because
Yeah.
you know it's there.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
Well, go buy the
Coal
black
patch?
stuff, the coal patch, and
That's it.
just
And
do it
we-
yourself. It's like,
Absolutely, but
what's
yeah.
that? $30?
And there's
40
that
bucks?
understanding thing, I
Right.
mean, everybody's so
Yeah, but
I
they
mean,
get on it
they do.
eventually. I mean, it's, it's
well, you would hope so. Everybody's
Yeah.
so like instant gratification. These days.
Right.
well, that's
like,
what everything.
like
too,
life
I
is like
mean,
ever since Amazon came on and you're like one click
Right.
order.
Yeah.
Now everything about life is like I expect it to be done.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
What's this life?
But right away.
Shit happens.
Today, I
you
want
know?
it done.
Yeah, no.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, no, sorry,
Wow.
bye-bye.
Like super efficiency and everything. Like
Uh,
everything's got to be right now. Oh, no,
Right.
no, no,
Yeah,
I
no,
know,
no.
no.
and they complain about the kids like that. Like the kids don't read emails, blah blah blah. I was like, well, I put it in an email to you, buddy, and like you did look for the bullet point.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, right?
Essentially.
No lie, bro. Yeah. Yeah, that's funny as hell, bro. No, it's why I think it's just cool to, like you said, living in a small town, you know,
It's nice.
and more people just kicking back in, you know, to the,
Quiet.
you know, giving in quiet. Yeah, I said that's cool. I can't do it on a regular. Like
No.
I can't. I need a little bit of traffic. Like
Well,
you
my
know what I mean?
my wife now, she volunteers, you know. with
Right.
the-
Too quiet for me, bro. Like my
Yeah.
ears are ringing.
I think you would get used to it quick.
Yeah,
You can get
yeah,
that.
right. Then I'll be all right.
Well, you
Yeah,
just
seriously.
get that
Yeah.
background playing the city noise and everything. That would be a white noise.
No,
You just
because
have that
then
playing.
the wife
Everybody
can't fall
usually does
asleep.
waves and
Right.
gets traffic.
yeah,
That's true.
beat the Horton going by.
Right.
Yep, hit the fake police siren and shit.
I actually grew up in a small town,
Yeah.
but it was in a congested area. So it was like a small town, but not a small
Kind
town.
of like a quasi.
yeah, like I
yeah.
grew up in the town is Rochelle Park, which
Oh,
is
yeah,
next
yeah.
to like Paramus and
Yeah.
Hackensack and Maywood, but it's like a super congested area, but it's a small town. Town was a mile and a half.
It's a
Right.
tough
But it
area.
was-
It's a tough area. Down
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I'll
It's,
give you
it's
that.
kind of weird because it was like a busy area, but it's also a
I'll give
small
you that.
town.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, the whole thing's rough, but like in all small town American towns, right? Like
Yeah.
let's use Matamoras as an example and we'll multiply that out by thousands across the United States.
Right. Yeah.
You need exactly what happened here, and I'm a little biased, right?
Mhm.
Sorry. But like you have a kid that grew up here, right down the street from where you're living now,
Right.
grew up here, went away to college, got a doctorate degree, very successful, blah, blah,
Right.
then came back to that
Right.
same town and was like, hey, this is what I learned while I was away, and
Yup.
here's how I'm going to make my town better.
That's
Right.
cool. Yeah.
Like,
yeah, yeah,
folks
Yeah,
yeah.
that's always a good thing.
Folks are missing that perspective.
Yeah, because most
sometimes.
people are like, all right, I'm going to college. I'm getting a
And then
I know that's the
Yeah.
that's the worst is when you're like, hey, watch me do this. I'll show the kids what's up. And
Yeah.
then you're like, you fake the back.
Yeah.
You don't have back pain. You're like,
Yep.
yeah, I'm good. Don't worry. I'll see you
Right.
guys in a few hours.
Yeah. I gotta go.
gonna go
and,
inside
help
for a
your mom-
minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta go help your mom cook.
Yeah. That never helps mom cook.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Come in the
So
house. she's
this
laughing at
this area of town used to be an airport, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Is that in your time or like way back when, like
So-
60s, 50s?
Yeah, how far back
70s?
does
So
that
it
go?
closed down in it must have been 69 or 70.
Oh,
is
so
when it
it's
closed
way
down.
back.
But the
yeah.
original development of the airport, which was only a stone's throw from this house, actually, was used for World War II pilots,
Oh.
World War II pilots.
No shit.
Also, it was like a commercial airport.
No, it was used predominantly to train World War II
Oh,
pilots.
Nice.
okay.
The old
alright.
fire department used to be the hangar where the planes came out of down the runway.
Right. They still
They-
do the helicopters there. Though,
Yeah,
right?
that's exactly it. And then the Dervin Circle right over there used to be like the barracks where folks
Okay.
slept, that little
Right.
circle up there. And the last thing Matamoras has to commemorate the airport is this old runway light down here, which was run down forever, ever since I was a kid. And every year, again, right, like this whole thing, every year, we should do something about that. We should do something about that. We should do something. Now, when you're in the position like, all right, well, let's do something about it.
Yeah.
So now this kid called me up and he's like, hey, do you have an Eagle Scout project for me? I go, absolutely.
That's a
So
perfect
that's
one,
good.
man.
Right
Yeah.
now we're sanding the whole thing down, fixing it up, putting some lights back in there, putting new lenses on there, and we're going to commemorate the heritage that was the airport back then.
Nice.
Right.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Like,
that is
and
way too.
again, it's all about coming
it's-
full circle.
Yeah.
It's a nice size to that thing.
It's big, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's nice size. And what we want to do eventually is, so we have Veterans Memorial Park on the other side,
Okay.
and then we want to bookend it with like we'll bring in like an old World War II plane donated, and we'll make like a little heritage to Airport Park. On
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
like over here on this side. So yeah, we got some good plans for the community. So
That would look nice. I would
Yeah,
love that.
that is
would
awesome.
look
And,
really
again,
cool.
and again, it was like all those things. Like when I was a kid, I was like, "Oh, they should have done this. They should have done this." And
Right.
now, when you're in the position, we're like, "Let's do
Yeah.
Just
something
make it
about
happen.
You know,
Do it.
it's better than those like social
You heard
media.
it here.
Better than those social media warriors that are like, "Hey, you should do X, Y, Z," but I'm definitely not running for office myself. But
Right.
You should.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do it.
But you
Yeah.
should.
You
You
should make
should.
it happen. You're the face of.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it's wild.
Yeah.
That shit drives me nuts.
Yeah. No.
Like, there's
definitely.
one thing that really irks me is just when folks like talk smack and they just don't take it into their own hands. and do
Yeah,
anything. They
right.
expect
Right.
everybody else to cater.
Yeah.
to
Well, how would
stuff.
somebody do that? Honestly, I mean,
Yeah.
and I'm not trying to be an ass or anything.
Right.
Like, so how would someone take the initiative to do something that they're saying, "Hey, Mayor, you should do this," and you're like, "Oh, go ahead, get it done. So how would they go about
It's
that?
very easy, right? Like you look up this and like a great example of that, and it's so funny because we didn't even set this up. Right?
Yeah,
But a great
yeah.
example of that is this woman up the street, brilliant. She's always been involved in the community. She goes, "We should do a tree of heroes to honor our veterans on Christmas,
Okay.
and we'll hang their pictures as ornaments on the tree and we'll light it up." I go, "Well, that sounds like a great idea. Have at it." And so she ends up making the plan. She puts all together, gets a tree. The borough helps her dig it out. They plant it. She runs the events all herself. And like,
That's awesome.
if you want to take initiative, take initiative.
Yeah,
You know, if
just
you
do
want
it.
if you want to talk, keep talking. You know what I mean? And
Right.
don't do anything about
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Like it's really cute. However, like we don't have time.
And you're there,
Right,
to,
right.
you're there to support them, obviously.
That's exactly it.
Right.
No matter what, somebody has an idea, we'll
Right.
support it.
That's
You know
great.
what I mean? I was like, because that's what the town is, right?
Right.
Like it's all a collective ideas of people who love this town and live here and
Mhm.
want to make it better.
Right.
So yeah.
And that's always good for everybody.
Well, that's
You
what I
know?
mean. I was like, and who's going to say no to that?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I
Well,
agree.
I mean, I'm a statistician, you know, I'm still just statistician, right? You have your bell curve, right? And you always have that 2.5% on this side.
Right.
So that no matter what you do, you
Yeah.
piss off everybody.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
could be giving everybody
Yeah,
$1,000. They're like, well, it's not 1,500.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
But
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah. No, it's not
But I'll
15.
take it.
Yeah, yeah. Just give it to me anyway. Put it in my
Right.
mailbox.
Give it back. No, I'll
Yeah.
keep the 1,000. I'm just saying.
Yeah, yeah, I'm just saying.
I'm
Yeah.
still pissed off about
Yeah.
it. I'll
Right.
take it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, that's
That's
wild,
freaking hilarious,
man.
bro. That's
That's
passive
good.
aggressive shit.
Now that you bring that up, you also teach as well, right?
Yeah, so I teach. I'm the president of the college, right? You guys know that. So I run the entire college. I've been doing that for about a year, but I teach psychology. I do
Cool.
institutional research, stats. So I'm a big statistician, regression, correlations, all that fun stuff. And so I have a good, well-rounded background there.
Right. How did you get into that? The stats and all that.
Betting.
Well, yeah, that's exactly the horses. My grandfather.
Yeah.
I will say my grandfather used to give well, he's passed since now, but so he used to give us all change, right?
Okay.
When we were kids. And this isn't where it came from, but he used, maybe until Freud.
Yeah.
But so he used to give us all change, and we used to watch the horse races on together on the TV, and we used to have to bet on the horse races. We're like 5 years old, and we're like put a nickel on 6,
Yeah,
and like as kids, you're like, oh, this is cool. But fast forward, I don't know. I always had a knack for numbers and stats, and stats are the most logical math that we can do as humans, right?
Right. Yeah.
You know, you don't get into like the calculus, imaginary numbers, and all the theoretical basis of physics and all that fun
Right.
stuff, right? Like, because then it just doesn't make sense anymore. So I got into that. And then the only reason I got the job at the college, actually, so I got my master's in clinical psychology. And I'm like, you know, in May of 2014, I was like, you know, I'm going to take a summer off. I'm going to do something cool, you know?
Right.
So I went to Lowe's and I was like, you know what? I'm going to lift refrigerators for summer. Just like a cool job. I was a football player, you know?
Yeah.
So Lowe's comes back and goes, you're too overqualified.
What?
Okay.
So they
Yeah.
wouldn't even hire
They
you?
wouldn't even hire me. So I was like, and not to throw Lowe's under the bus, sorry, Lowe's or Home Depot, whatever you want to say. But so then I was like, all right, well, then what am I going to do now? So then my mom sent me this job as a director of institutional research at the college.
Okay.
I don't even know
Awesome.
what that is.
Yeah, seriously.
You know, I was like, well, I could talk, right? So I was like,
Right.
I'll go into the interview, and I was like, if I don't know it, I'll fake it.
Right, right.
Fake it
So-
till you make it, man.
And then I get in there, and I'm like, I think I did well. And I get a phone call like an hour later, and they're like, hey, do you want the job? I go, sure. And then
Yeah.
12 years later, you're the president of a college.
That's
you know,
awesome.
you're doing
Great.
really cool things.
Yeah.
Right?
So what college is that?
Sussex County Community
Oh,
College.
very
right?
cool.
Northwest New Jersey.
And how long you been doing it?
I've been there over a year now.
Nice.
as
That's in Newton?
president. In Newton, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. You know it up on the hill there?
Yeah. I do maintenance for all the different Stop and Shops, so I know
Oh.
Newton very well because if
Okay.
I'm working at the Sparta,
My plug next.
yeah, oh yeah.
You're like
So-
on that side.
You're almost like, so they call my dad Google. So
All right.
dad drives from Mondelez, and they call him Google because he knows every Stop and Shop on the East Coast. Because
Yeah.
he delivered there.
That's hilarious.
I'm like, oh, you know, Lafayette. He goes, oh yeah, there's Stop and Shop. If you drive an hour this way and turn this way and down the street, yeah,
Right.
it's a great Stop and Shop.
That's
Okay,
hilarious.
Dad. You know?
Yeah, that is
So,
funny. Yeah,
yeah.
and that's
Stop and
yeah,
Shop.
you first.
No,
Oh, I
I'm
think
listening.
it's- no. It's funny because it said I had a friend we used to call him Google Maps and
It's the
MapQuest.
same thing.
Yeah, same idea because like you just knew where everything,
Where everything
was.
was.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Map-
like driving with Mike.
yeah,
That's
right.
the freaking back ride. Gentleman Mike, he's with the head tech of the place that we work for, and he knows all these back roads. So if you're
Yeah.
driving and if you're driving, he's like,
Yeah.
all right, you're driving, and then look, all right, make a left here
Yeah,
and go around this way, and we're going. and
yeah,
He'll get to where he's going, but all back roads.
yeah, yeah.
Not he doesn't want to go on the
Well,
highway.
that's
Not that he doesn't like going, but if
No,
he
he's
has
just
to,
like,
he
yeah,
will. But
yeah,
he'd rather
just
not.
kill
So he just
time.
goes back
That's
road.
what I mean. I'll go to Dad and I'll be like, hey, I'm down in, which way did you take?
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes you to a pretty good, You know what I mean? When you're going through the mountains and everything, like when I used to come home from working with you
Yeah.
and I would go through Jersey, it would take me another back way and then it would
Right.
cut through, oh God, I can't remember this,
over there.
right
Black-
before you get on 84 to get onto here.
Okay.
Oh, that's how I go when I
yeah.
come here. I cut
think
through
so.
The Black Dirt Farm. What is
That's
it?
Pine
Pine
Island.
Island.
You
Pine
go right
Island.
through
Cut through
Pine
Pine
Island and all
Island,
that's
yeah.
really, that's good
Pine
stuff.
Island.
Thank
That's
you
all
for
good.
us saying
That's
that.
where my dad used to hawk onions as a kid.
Yeah.
You know? And that's the other thing about being in the college presidency. So my parents didn't go to college. Nobody went to college in my whole life except for me. So when I got into this world, I was like,
Right.
what is this?
Right.
You know what I mean? Which makes like it's so much nicer to not have a family with a college background because you're able to take college and make it like normal, like to us regular people. You
Right.
know,
Okay.
like, you know, you turn it on its head and be like, well, that doesn't make sense. Let's change it.
Yep,
You know
yep.
what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Right.
Hell
Not
yeah.
like one of those like elitist people with your nose up in the air, like, oh,
Right.
you did
Because
this
your father went to
Right.
college.
Right. Yeah.
Everybody went to
Whatever.
college.
That's
and-
it.
Yeah.
I was like,
Right.
bro,
Yeah.
bro, I don't know. I just
Fluffy,
played
eh?
football. That's the only reason I'm here.
Yeah, that was
Like,
it. That was
Right.
all. What the hell? You didn't get that memo?
That's exactly
Yeah,
it.
for real. That is
cool.
Yeah,
man.
very cool.
Yeah, very cool.
I didn't go, but my son made it. He went to Ithaca.
I think it's gorgeous.
Yeah, he loved that place. He was
Yeah. I think they say there's a catch line. They say I think it's gorgeous because of all the gorges.
There you go.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Come on,
I went right over my
You gotta
head.
catch
Yeah.
up
Until you brought it up, I was like,
Yeah.
Don't forget
Yeah.
that's where they did the movie Road Trip. With
That's right.
Tom Green.
Oh, that's
right.
Yeah.
But it's not actually
That's
the,
right.
the campus, though.
No,
When you
no,
look
no,
at it, it's not.
All right.
Yeah.
'Cause
They
I mean,
mentioned
that's
it.
not-
They say-
Yeah.
Because I know Ithaca. I went there so many times, you know, I moved to pick up my son to go and visit him or whatever. So, yeah. But
That's
it's
hilarious.
beautiful up. It's college town. Everything is college out there.
Yeah.
It's nice. And then you have the other one right across the way. What's the other college right across from?
Uh,
Oh, my God.
Geography's not my strong.
And he,
No,
They actually have a
anyway,
good brewery in Ithaca.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
a brewery.
Yeah.
They make a good. Yeah.
Yeah, the
then he lived
brewery's
in
good.
Rochester for like 6 years.
Ugh.
Like he just drove straight across and then went to right and he's like,
That's
and then every day he said every day it snows here, Dad. Every
Yeah.
day because of lake effect.
We went and so I played semi-pro football a little bit. I went to Lebanon Valley and I was an all-American football player there. And then I played semi-pro a few years in grad school.
Right.
And I always remember one of our games was in Watertown, New York. And it was like April with like 6 inches of snow. And I was like, what is this? I
Yeah.
was like, what is happening here?
Yeah.
Canadian national anthem. And I was like, must be close to
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even know where we are.
Oh, yeah, you could have just thrown the
You,
football.
you don't remember going through like customs or anything like that?
No, dude.
That
you're
is
a-
fucking
you're
hilarious,
just
bro.
a regular like college ball player. You always play ball. That's it.
That
Cornell.
is funny shit.
Cornell
Cornell.
University,
Cornell University.
right,
Yeah,
like
Cornell.
across the way from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it. That is too fucking
that's
funny,
cool.
bro.
That's funny.
That
You
is
didn't even know he was
hilarious.
in Canada.
Yeah, right there.
Whole
man.
thing's wild, man.
That's funny as hell, dude. Holy
Whole thing's
shit.
wild.
Well, that's
fucking
with
great.
the Niagara Falls. Right, one side is on the New York side, one
Right,
is on the
yes,
other. And
I-
that's right near Watertown, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
right?
Watertown's right there.
My
Yeah.
father was in the Army National Guard. Up
Would've
there
been right
for,
in
he would
yeah.
go for 2 weeks. I think it was
Mhm.
Fort Drum up there,
Yep,
if I'm not
that's it.
mistaken.
It is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So his 2 weeks, that's where he would go
That's hilarious, bro.
for the guard, you know?
That is too freaking
Yeah.
funny. Yeah, no, listen. Yeah, no. Too
I
cool.
remember going up there as a kid. It was beautiful
Yeah, no,
up there,
I
man.
said,
But
I've
that
been up
ride
there.
is
I got-
from
I have
hell,
family
though.
in
It's a
Buffalo.
long ride.
I got family in Buffalo. I got snowed in there one year for
you're done.
Christmas and shit. New Year's. I was supposed to be back in Brooklyn for New Year's. I
Yeah,
was
you
so
were not making
pissed.
it, bro.
Nope, we didn't make it, dude. Everything was shut down.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh man, no. My daughter was stationed up in Buffalo
Okay.
for a little while, and she was like, "Yeah." She sent me pictures. She's like, "Dad, come get me. I can't drive through that shit. The fuck you ain't come
Like,
get
what am I
you?"
gonna do?
Yo.
Yeah, let me grab my shovel.
Yeah.
That's the same as people like in South Carolina when it snows in it. So like,
Yeah.
what do we do?
Right,
You
yeah.
can't even drive either because they start crashing into each other.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah,
that's like
dude.
that video in Texas where they got ice and they were just like,
Oh,
Dude,
man.
and nobody thought to slow down for us. Like, yo, what the fuck?
yeah, this is you can't.
All
You
I'm
gotta go
saying,
slow
yeah, you
on
gotta
this.
is
calm
if
down and
you're
shit.
in a state that normally doesn't get snow and ice and
Right.
there's snow and ice, stay home because
Yeah,
Right.
there's
Don't
gonna
drive.
be accidents because
Yeah.
they're not prepared for it.
Is
Like
that-
if you're up here, we're prepared for it. We got salt, we
Right.
got plow trucks,
Right.
we're good. But
And
like
and we
down
still
there,
don't
use
they
it.
don't know what
We
to
don't have
do.
to.
Like everything shuts down.
Yeah.
I like how he slides in that PSA.
Yeah.
If you are in a state, please stay
Yeah.
home.
I watch those videos and I'm like, if I'm in Texas
I've
and there's
seen those
snow,
accidents.
I'm not leaving the house.
that's-
'Cause
we're staying
even
at
if
the
there's a little
Airbnb.
bit of snow like
Oh,
this,
yeah.
because they don't know what to
That's
do.
the thing. I was like, I trust me. I don't trust you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
exactly.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I'll wait. Let them all go, and then we'll go after.
Yeah.
Driving by. Wait.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
watched those
But-
videos and I'm like, they're not prepared. They're
No.
Yeah,
at
no, not
all.
even
Like,
looking, bro.
we're
They're all-
so
they're all
prepared.
running
Yeah.
run flats.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And if they have any
Yeah.
plow trucks, it's only like one.
Yeah. Not even. It's homeboy's pickup truck.
Yeah,
That's what
exactly, with
happened.
a plow on
Yeah,
it.
The little
exactly.
Kubota.
Yeah,
plow.
and he tied his kid to the front.
He's
with
like,
a
my
freaking
cousin from
plexiglass.
New York is
Actually,
over
they got
here. He
it.
happens.
Like if they had a
Yeah.
freak storm or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
But I'm also like, just stay home for a night and it's gonna melt the next day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was like,
exactly.
what,
Yeah.
what rush do you have?
Right,
where you going?
Yeah.
Like, what do you need
Yeah.
to do?
Well,
Right.
because they see everything on TV, so they think that it's snow, it's
Right.
gonna snow. Now everybody's running out to go to Walmart or whatever.
They do that
store.
here too. You know,
Well, yeah,
Do
here
it
we
here,
know
too.
Oh,
it.
it's the best.
Yeah,
Oh, it's the best.
I'm like,
there.
dude, you guys are stupid. Just sit down.
you know, but
relax.
we know how to do it. We're not like kind of run into the store like,
right.
you know, in a panic. It's gonna snow. All right, I gotta get to the supermarket.
Yeah.
Get some stuff. Blah,
It still
blah,
gets
blah.
busy.
It does get
Oh, it does
super
get
busy.
Yeah, me, I'm like, whatever. Just calm down.
The milk,
Leave it
eggs,
alone.
and bread.
the,
you know?
the psychology of panic, right? You know, and groupthink. You know, as soon as one person's like, all of a sudden the herd
Mhm.
just goes.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
it's
It's
all
true.
herd mentality.
And that's
Like,
why
Yeah.
toilet paper was out of stock.
Yeah,
And that's all it is.
Yeah.
Like we're not like, and it's so funny. Like from a psychological aspect, humans aren't that different than like cattle. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
It's like as soon as one person goes, we're like, oh shit, like,
Yeah,
maybe
right.
I
Like,
should go.
too. Yeah,
And then all of a
right.
sudden
Yeah.
the next person goes, like,
Yeah,
oh shit, that
Yeah.
person went. I'm going too.
yeah,
And then all of
no.
a sudden you have
See?
a big herd mentality.
And
Yeah,
then there's
everybody
toilet
running,
paper
like,
in
yeah, no,
stock in the
crackhead.
supermarket.
Find
And
this
they'll
toilet
stamp
paper.
your ass too,
Yeah.
man.
What are you gonna do with 90 rolls of toilet paper?
Nothing, bro, because I went and got the wipes. I'm just saying. And
Right.
there's no toilet paper on the shelf. I'm like, oh, you dumbasses.
Yeah, and then eventually they'll start it going.
I
Well,
remember-
but it was still not as fast as
Yeah,
the,
nuts,
bro.
yeah.
I remember in 2020, I was driving behind this guy and he had cases and cases of Lysol. It's because he had a hatchback. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
What the hell
Yeah.
are you
Wow.
doing?
Yeah, it's to
with all
flip it,
that-
bro. That's to sell it again because now you bought it for
Oh,
$3.
Right.
Now you're gonna sell it for,
Right,
for
just-
Or
10.
was he a
He's
hoarder?
keeping selling off the back of the
No.
shelf somewhere.
He was making money because
Yeah.
you never saw that car again, right?
Yeah.
Because he
Yeah.
bought a new car.
That's exactly.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. Yeah, no,
There's
it's-
always a
yeah.
reason for
I'm
people
like, calm
doing that
down.
shit.
Stop.
Dealing Lysol wipes in the
Yeah, yeah.
online,
Yo,
you
what you
know
want? What you
I mean?
need?
Want some wipes? Want a wipe?
You take them out of the
Some
container, you
wipes.
put them in a little
Yeah,
plastic
blah,
bag.
blah. Find out what you want. Got it right here. Super bye. Hell yeah.
Got them in the zip
Yeah.
bag.
What you want? You want the fresh spring? Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Got the
got it
coat.
right
You just
here.
open your coat. You
Yeah.
got the shit hanging
All
all
up on
over.
the cans over there.
Like you're a
Yeah.
flasher. You open it
Yeah.
up. No, right?
That shit is
That's
great.
right.
Got the lemon fresh.
That's what
got
I'm
the,
saying. You want to smell like coconuts? Yeah, got you.
Yeah, it's like the guy who has like 10 watches. on.
Yeah, on his arm. Yeah.
Except that
You
you
like
just
these?
got like
Yeah.
all
you
this.
want a
like,
Rolex? I got a Rolex.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a Rolex. That's an Alex. No, the
That's
R
so-
rubbed off. I got you. Put out the pen.
But there's always somebody out there that kind
Yeah,
of mind.
right.
We're gonna make some money off of this. Quick cash.
So yeah,
You know,
yeah.
my cousin when that was going on, he was making masks
Oh yeah,
and selling them.
yeah.
I think he was doing it on eBay or something
yeah.
like that, if I'm
Yep.
not mistaken.
I still got the
And he
one
was
time you
making
made.
money, huh?
I still have the one time you
I
made.
still have the ones time maybe. I
Yeah.
have Star Trek one. I have Spock.
Yeah,
got the
I have
thing
the
on
Yoda
there.
one. The Yoda Star
Dear
Wars.
God.
People,
Star
people were
Star
making
Trek.
like makeshift
Baseball,
hand sanitizer
Yankees.
out of like grain
Yeah.
alcohol, hand sanitizer out
Yeah,
of grain
dude.
alcohol,
Right.
and aloe. Yeah,
Hello.
Did you have to go to work? Like,
During
or did you
COVID?
stay home? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to run a college, you could do it remotely,
Right,
for the
right.
most part. But I'm a big personally, I'm a big I like to separate work from home.
Right.
Because if I work, everybody's like, "Oh, work from home is so cool." But
Yeah.
not to hate on anybody who works from home.
No, hey.
But I'm like a big if I work from home, then I'm gonna go out and cut the grass. I'm gonna come into a meeting, then I'm gonna do laundry.
Right.
Come in, do dish. Like I never got to true get into that flow. That
Yeah,
focus,
that makes sense.
you know, which is why I like my 40-minute commute. Like it's a really cool
Right.
decompress time.
Right.
You know, to
yeah,
do.
help.
Yeah.
Right,
So I
because
love
that
that
gives you that
technology.
right. That gives you that balance for sure. I agree.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
no,
love that balance.
Because I had to work straight through. We didn't
So
get work.
Tim and I worked
Right,
through that.
right. That's right. Yeah. 'cause
every
you guys
day.
did it.
We
Yeah.
went so with the first week of COVID, like a little funny COVID story. First week of COVID, I'm like, well, what the hell am I gonna do now?
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
'cause I'm a big as you guys know, I'm a big boom, 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 boom. Like what next? What next? What next? So the college shuts down for the week, and I'm like, well, what the hell am I gonna do? I was like, oh, I should build a koi pond. I was like, I always want a koi pond.
Did you do it?
Yeah, I dug the whole pond, and then all of a sudden,
You're funny,
I
man.
have made
then-
it quicker.
that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Then I start digging, and all of a sudden,
You're burning it off.
I'm done. Yeah, that's the problem. Like I'm drinking a beer, then I burn it off. Drink a beer, burn it off. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm not doing anything. So I'm like, finish this koi pond.
And
And
then
then all
have
of a
a
sudden I'm 4 feet deep in this pond. And I'm like, how am I doing this deep? You know what I mean? I dug down and Tiff is like, it only has to be 2 feet deep for the koi. I was like, I just started digging. I felt like Shia LaBeouf in holes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just
Ah,
going
yes.
for it.
Right.
You know? So I built this big ass koi pond. And then that was day 3, and I was like, well, now what am I gonna do?
Oh, shit.
But I still have it. Things beautiful.
And you got it filled with koi and everything?
Oh, absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
What do you do in the wintertime with them? Do you?
No, they go down
yeah,
to the
to go to the
bottom.
bottom.
They drop down to like a
Put like
beat.
a bubbler in there or something
Yeah,
like
put a
that.
Yeah.
bubbler, but they drop down to like a beat per minute. They're hard.
Really?
Yeah,
they're-
yeah.
That is so cool.
Especially with 4 feet deep, it never freezes.
Right.
Right.
Oh, but yeah, the whole thing is wild. What a great experience.
Yeah.
And you did it by yourself?
Yeah,
She didn't
just-
help at all at once, right?
Yes, she
No,
did.
Just
She
the spray paint.
spray painted where she
All right, I'll
wanted
see you
it.
inside, honey.
That's the help right there.
I mean, if she listens later, yeah, she's my inspiration behind the whole point. I couldn't have done it
Yes.
without her.
Oh, that's right. I love it. Dude, I thought you were going to say that you ended up digging
Make
it so
sure,
deep
Tom,
and
when you
so
edit
big
this,
that you
this
made a
goes-
pool.
Yeah,
instead.
well, I thought about it. I was like, do we just keep going?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I'm not doing. Go.
Yeah.
You didn't use gloves?
No, I don't use gloves. Again, back to my dad. He smacked me upside
Yeah,
the head if you
yeah.
use gloves.
They don't need
you
no
know
gloves.
What I mean?
It
What do you
builds
need
character.
gloves for? That's
It builds
exactly.
character.
You don't have blisters on your hands.
You'll get them anyway, even if you use gloves.
Yeah. But it was fun.
That
Yeah,
is
it was
too
all, it was
freaking
all good
hilarious.
time. That was my COVID story.
Yeah,
no,
that's funny.
We worked through it, working in the supermarket, and it was just crazy seeing how everybody was in the supermarket,
Right.
You know, and then walking through and seeing the shelves bare
The
and everything.
best
It was
was
just
the person I saw in one of my stores.
Oh, man.
They had a full like hazmat suit.
Shut
Oh
up.
yeah,
Oh,
I remember
did
you
they?
telling me about that.
Oh my god! She had the gloves, helmet, the fucking like with the mask, like fucking Marty McFly.
Yeah. And it's funny because of the things that you didn't even think about. I didn't have a full hazmat suit going to work or
Yeah.
whatever, but they said you had to have your eyes covered and, the whole mask and everything going. I bought ski goggles on
Mhm.
Amazon. So
Were you walking around with ski
I was
goggles on?
well, at the job, not, when I was in my car in the house,
Right.
no, nothing. No, because it was
Yeah,
too
whatever
hot.
you
It
say,
was too
yeah.
fucking hot.
And he was driving with a mask on in the car.
Yeah, no, I didn't they for that shit. Like, fuck that. I'm not doing it. Yeah. Nope, I had all the shit, bro. I had all the gaiters and whatnot and the
Underneath,
mask
on the
and
side.
the,
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah,
whole
good.
thing. Yeah, it was fucking
'Cause I see
hilarious,
this
man.
flickering.
Wasn't me.
I got-
Yeah.
Look how
I'm
quick he
right.
is to point the blame at.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Does that
Meanwhile,
regularly happen with you guys?
Yes.
yeah.
usually.
Yeah, he's
Does
the
it?
bully. He's
Yeah.
the bully. of
Is
the
he a
group.
bully?
He's the
Yeah.
bully.
No, he's not.
No.
I couldn't see that.
Yeah.
The Lou I know.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm not a bully, man.
He's a Yankees fan. He's from the Bronx.
Yeah, hello.
Whoa.
Whoa, wait a minute. Don't look at me, bro.
Don't call the wrong borough.
Look at him looking too.
Yeah, don't slow down. Yeah, he's like, he say I'm from the Bronx. Hold
Did
on.
you just say that
Yeah.
to me?
Hold
Did it
on.
on purpose. I know. it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
From
when you get
Bronx?
these wannabe Boston fans,
Oh my god.
and they're not actually from where
Oh my
the
god.
team plays. You know what I'm saying? It's easy
Yeah,
to
see?
jump on board and be, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hold on. Can
Yeah.
brush my hair over here. You wanna-
Yeah, he can't do that.
That's right.
That's all right. Oh, natural.
I wasn't always this beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
Lou's like, you know how much money I saved on shampoo this
Oh,
month?
You have
yeah.
no idea. I do my own haircuts.
Yeah. That's the funniest shit, bro. When you told me that thing, bro, I laughed so hard. Like, bro, you're fucking funny.
How long have you,
Yeah.
you were born here, raised here, everything, right?
Yep.
And your father and your mom as well?
They're from Goshen in Middletown, New York.
Oh,
so
and then
Orange
they came
County.
here.
Yeah, they came here. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they came here. So I was 3, I think, when we moved here. You know, so I think 3.
Now you
so
got
long
your
enough to
kids,
say-
and then it'll just keep.
Then my
Hopefully, it'll
kids-
keep
yeah.
going
My
on.
My kids are here. My kids love the town. Same
Mhm.
thing.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully they go away. Hopefully they come back. You know
Right.
what I mean? And
Yeah.
they keep that going.
Right.
You know, it's like and I love like outside perspectives and ideas and things like that. But there's something to be said for like folks that like know the culture,
Right.
know what our expectations are, right?
Mhm.
Right.
So yeah, but it's been what am I? I'll be 36 next week.
Wow.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Kid, young.
Thank you. Thank you. Tax day.
Next week?
Yeah.
Tax day, April 15th.
Well, wow.
Yep.
Mine's the 29th.
Is it the April 20th?
Yeah.
You're an Aries. Good.
Oh, Taurus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
bold.
Not as great as yours, but I get it.
Yeah, no.
No, it's
you know,
good.
It's better.
Grow
Here we
up.
go.
Grow up,
There
Peter
it goes.
Pan.
For
I
crying
used-
out.
Yeah. I
Just-
didn't want to say
Yes,
nothing.
for crying out.
Love it, Pete.
Yo.
Oh my God.
That is too
Uh,
freaking funny,
But
man.
yeah, I mean, the kids love the town. You know, I love the town. Everybody loves the town. And you know, and like I said, the best thing is just catch a train. We go in, see the tree lighting in the city. We
Yep.
come back. We go to Boston, to Fenway.
Mhm.
We go down to DC.
Very
we see the
cool.
cherry blossoms. We go to Philly, Reading Terminal Market. All those. Have you guys ever been?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. Reading
Yeah.
Terminal Market, best place in the
Yeah,
world.
dude, it's
right?
freaking awesome
You can
in
buy
there.
anything you ever wanted.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
nice.
freaking great.
It's
Yeah.
brilliant.
I
you
haven't
know?
been in a while, though.
Oh yeah, the whole thing is brilliant.
Yeah.
But like I said, those are mostly day trips. You know what I mean? You can
Mhm.
go down and back if you wanted to.
Yeah, right,
you know,
right,
for the
yeah.
most part.
How far
Oh,
is
yeah.
it from here?
For Philly?
No, I was thinking Boston's too bad.
Boston, like 5 hours.
And Boston's Philly's only what 2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah, about 2.5, 3.
I
That's
love
not far at
Philly.
all. Tanya usually
Philly is
goes
such
to
a
the
cool city.
she goes to the flower show down there.
The flower show in Philly?
Yeah,
Oh.
and then usually they have like a butterfly display or something.
Okay.
You walk in, and it's like her and
Okay.
Haley like used to go like once every year. They would go.
Philly's not bad. Yeah,
Philly's a cool city.
Philly-
There's a lot of,
Philly- lot of
cool
history.
little things, you know. There's a lot of
if you find the little things in there and you look past some of the other things,
We're
you're
good.
Yeah.
Like my
Philly's a rough city, man.
my favorite
It
city
is,
all
it is,
time is
yeah.
DC. DC
Right.
is my favorite city.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I grew up. I used to go to summers in Maryland,
Okay.
Silver Spring, Maryland, and we was going into ride the metro into DC and all that, and that was
Mhm.
great. That was always fun to do.
Yeah.
that, man. You know, it's better just to take the metro. Don't even drive in. You could, but it's just a nightmare
Yeah.
going to DC with your car. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Any city is.
Yeah.
especially DC rush hours.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
like just get on the train and go, you know. And the metro is nice usually, you know. That was fun growing because for the summers I would go down there, so it was nice. And my parents used to like to travel. We used to go on trips and go to historical places like Boston
that's cool.
and you know wherever, and just go and check all those things out. What
Yeah.
historically here do we have that we could go to right here in Matamoras?
Down the streets at the airport.
Now we did, you know that Full Moon Paranormal did an investigation over at the museum in Milford.
Oh, did they? Oh,
Yeah.
the columns over there.
The
where
columns,
Abraham
yes.
Lincoln's
With
flag
the
is.
right,
Yeah, yeah.
and it actually has his
that-
blood on the
yeah,
actual flag from when he was
Yeah.
assassinated.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and they did a
Well, not about him being assassinated.
No, but yeah,
No,
but
no,
they have that.
they have it. They have it in a big
Yeah.
in a big
Edit
glass
that out.
box.
Yeah, yeah. No,
There's
take
a
that
lot of
out, yeah.
history in that building.
No, I mean, there's a lot of history in the whole area,
Yeah.
right? Like when
It's-
you think back, like the Delaware River. So society and civilization overall, we always clamored to water. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Right.
So before we even had like an actual civilization there, when you think on what happened on this little turn here, where where Matamoras happens to exist, like when you think about what the history looked like it's pretty amazing. you know what I
Right.
mean? There are probably some really cool things that happen in this exact spot.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, you have the mountain and you have the river right
Right.
here. You know what I mean? Like,
Geographically, there's a lot of cool.
that's what I
Absolutely.
mean. You're like right in the center. So like, even though like maybe we don't have it in modern history written down somewhere, but
Right,
when you
right.
back to like what happened in this, like there's no way they're like, oh, this was just a field.
Yeah,
And there's
no.
a lot
You
of
mean Plains
spots.
landed
I'm
here?
sure.
Yeah.
Living in Jersey, like there's spots all over the place. All these old historic buildings and old historic houses.
absolutely.
Right.
Washington slept here. Washington
Yeah.
slept in a lot of places.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, he was all- yeah.
there's a lot of these houses.
Over,
You got around.
Yeah.
Georgie. But over on 206, Gibbs Tavern over there. I don't know if anybody knows that little like hole in the wall place, really cool, little cool
No.
dive bar. But Babe Ruth used to go there all the time out of the
No
city.
kidding.
You know what I mean? That's where you
Get away from it all,
Get
huh?
away. That's
Yeah.
like Gotti owned property in Pike County for
Right.
the longest
That
time.
I knew that.
But
Yeah.
like you're again,
Wow.
you're an hour and a half out of the city in the
Mhm.
mountains. Like
Yep.
when you think about like the cool people that were up here and the places
Yep.
and what happened here.
You want to
more-
get away from the city.
That's what I
but
mean.
still
There's
Yeah.
more
be
than we
close to the city.
know.
Well, you mean even saying that? So Newburgh, and I was telling these guys before, Ricky Ricardo, Les Yarnez, and
Yeah.
Lucille Ball, their first show was in Newburgh
That's cool.
at the
remember you
theater in
telling me
Newburgh.
that. Yeah,
So I mean,
that's-
like
that
you're
is
right.
cool.
A lot of people
I like
came
that.
up, a lot of jazz singers and stuff coming up to,
Absolutely.
like in Plattekill and
Yeah.
coming over here,
Right.
all the campsites and such.
Isn't GW's house over there too in Newburgh?
One of them, it's like up by West Point. It's in
No,
Newburgh.
the one
yeah,
in Newburgh.
it's
It's
Washington
fenced off. They
headquarters.
actually
It
redid.
was just the
Yeah,
headquarters.
Washington headquarters. That's
yeah.
right.
So I mean, it's all good.
He had a lot of houses he got
Yeah.
around.
Yeah,
well,
that's what I'm
had
saying.
to.
Yeah, because he was
You know?
in Newburgh, New Windsor, over here.
Well,
Yeah,
it was probably also the other thing of when you're going to list something on the historical site, they're like, well, what happened? They're like, well, George Washington probably slept here. You know?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
oh, well, like the
Probably.
historical-
Yeah.
He
There's
could
a
have.
pretty good chance.
Maybe.
There's a
He was
good
in the
chance.
area. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
And you're a
walked down it.
statistician, so you're probably saying,
Yeah,
It was probably more like it's like he was on, like, oh, you want to sleep here? Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
oh,
okay.
yeah.
Get the crack out.
As a
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I said.
Right, yeah, he was on
Right,
the.
yeah,
like,
right.
EY. That's like a big thing. They have all these Bay Mansion, Day
Yeah.
Mansion.
That's cool.
That
we have
is
one
great.
on the college campus. We're fixing up
Yeah.
the Horton mansion. So John Horton was the first settler of Newton, New Jersey there. And
Okay.
his mansion was there. It was all farmland. And what
So cool.
happened was the Salesian brothers took it over. Don Bosco College took over. But nobody actually did anything to the building. Kept falling down. And so now we're going in there, doing architectural drawing. We're going to bring
Oh,
it
nice.
back to what it was. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
I love that
cool.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Back in the
That's what I mean. I was like, there's something about it. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Preserving history.
Right.
And moving
Agree.
Like when you walk past it, you see like you feel like it's when you go to Europe, like all the buildings are old there.
Mhm.
Like it's
Right.
nice to have like that old buildings to like preserved history.
I mean, it's a different
Oh, yeah.
perspective when you look
Yeah.
at it,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah.
you're like, wow, this is how they lived, and this is what it was. Look how small the doors were, the
Yeah,
windows,
yeah.
things like that. You know,
Yeah.
just
Absolutely. See, and the opposite on our mansion, the doors are 10 feet high. So our doors are massive.
Yeah,
Really?
dude.
Oh, every doorway. So now we're like, we look at it and we're like, oh my God. Like, imagine not having modern tools and do shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, oh my
Yeah.
God.
right, and be
You
able to
know,
do that.
It's
Yeah.
wild, you know?
Yeah, brick
So
by
it's
hand.
like
Like,
so much better than like
Yeah.
we have. And that's why they're like, that mansion will be there long before,
Yeah.
long
Yeah,
after
it'll outlive
every
us.
other
Yeah.
month. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No doubt. Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
that's insane.
Cool, though.
That's great. Yeah, we have fun. I love that shit. So we're gonna have you come back on, bro.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
whenever
Then
you guys,
get to
uh,
pick the
Good
next
time.
one.
Thank you
We're
so
gonna hang
much
out
for
and-
being on
Yeah,
with
yeah.
us.
it's
whatever
been
you
good,
guys need,
yeah.
whenever you want to hit me up on
Yeah.
what's happening in Matamoras.
You're bored and you want to come and hang out with us, bro.
On
Yeah.
board, hang out,
Yeah.
come with your pothole in front of
Yeah,
you. It's
right.
like
Go.
whatever you
We'll
guys
bring
got.
the cold patch for
Exactly.
Yeah,
Lou.
that's it. I'll bring the cold patch next
And
time.
and if you don't want, you can do it remotely too. It's
Yeah,
good.
Yeah,
there you
yeah,
go,
yeah.
there you go.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know,
yeah.
being
So-
here is kind of cool.
All
So.
right, cool.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
like
yeah,
having
yeah.
you.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
So thank everybody for listening, watching, like, subscribe, say hi, comment. Love, peace, and hair grease.
Live long and prosper.
Keep on watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.